This is Justice back with more Dishwasher Vampire Smiles. We're going to continue playing as the Dishwasher, of course. It keeps putting me on the first level, I don't know why. So we got all the way to the Grim Tower, so we're starting from there. Narration time. Yuki's mission is on track. General Diaboli, will be dead within an hour. She can have her revenge on the trail of something bigger. I sort of defaulted to Diablo, that's why I said that. Well, just getting a feel for the game. That is quite the artwork. 361. That's not enough to really upgrade anything meaningful. Cleavers and Shift Blade have already been upgraded. I think I want to have another health upgrade, because it does get slightly tougher from here on in. I'd say we're about near the halfway point, if not already the halfway point, which seems kind of short, but honestly, it's the sort of game where it's more about the action, and the action kind of ramps up as time goes on, so if the game seems short, it's not, it's just, you know. Sorry for all the messing around, it just gave me an opportunity to talk, so don't want to get into it, it's action. Yo, I got the grounded, is it gonna drop? Ooh, that teleport's sick. Might need cleavers for this. Yeah, so at the very least, it forces him to block. That's what I want. Nice. See, there we go. No, you. Oh, he committed harakiri. I mess up. Okay, wow, it's actually very hard to see what's going on. I might need to chain some magic on him. And by that I mean use chain magic. Okay, we good? We good? We're good. The shotgun. Oh yeah. All right. Because yeah, whereas regular right trigger is just to shoot. There we go. But, yep, satisfying. He has to reload it like per shot though, which is annoying, but pump action. Like I'm not like a gun nut or anything. I mean, I'm about as much as a gun nut as anyone who's played Call of Duty. So all my gun knowledge comes from Call of Duty, and then for like a good 2-3 years, that was like the thing me and my friends always used to get so excited about, like, oh, what gun is that? Like you're watching a movie, like, yo, he's using an M4, he's using a Spaz 12, you know, that kind of stuff. I mean, I still do it, like, I still can recognize guns, obviously, but it's a case of, like, it was a thing for a while because of, like, COD 4 and Modern Warfare 2, you know, back when COD was, like, huge. I'm still into COD, as most people know. I still play Infinite Warfare, like, every day. Advanced Warfare, I really love that game. I might like play it again for fun, like go back to it even though I'm like Master Prestige like something ridiculous. Oh nice, I waltzed right into a secret area by complete accident. The gun bead. Fitting because I just got the gun. So if I'm correct, it like boosts like gun weapon, which I don't really care too much for. Once again, it's a case of like, it's to cater to your play. See, I would play this, but I don't know. Although I did hear from someone on a stream that apparently this works for him, but he plays with an Xbox One controller while it's wired. And obviously I'm playing with the Xbox One not obviously, I'm sorry, but like I'm just to make it clear, I'm playing with the Xbox One controller with the wireless adapter for Windows 10. So perhaps maybe that's why it doesn't work, but that's strange. Because on 360, obviously 360 controls were wireless too, so I don't know, it's a weird bug. I'm sure like there was some kind of like weirdness happening with the transition to Steam. I think on my own time I'll test it out. I'll wire up the controller, like I'll make sure it's not turned on wirelessly. I'll wire it up, try it out, so hopefully I can try those. So maybe when I play Yuki's playthrough you'll get some guitar segments, because I do apologize for not having any. I do genuinely apologize, because they are very entertaining segments, and it is just a genuine shame. Oh no, I want to do my infinite. If they let me, probably not. 2, 3, nope. 1, 2, 3, Y. There we go. I messed it up. Oops. One guy. Do I need to heal? Oh no, he gave me health, good stuff. But if you're noticing some frame drops, I do apologize for that. I feel like it's because this PC's been on for like a week, and it's starting to be like, yeah, you need to turn me off. I just wanted to get the recording in before then though. So you have to forgive the somewhat shaky nature of the video. It still should. I mean, it still should be rendered in 60 frames when I actually do the rendering, so you don't have to worry about that. It is a bit choppy though, so I apologize. I'm sure someone out there is like, oh, your PC can't even run stable 60 frames even after being on for a week. Oh, pleb. I tell you what, like, I have always liked PC gaming. Like, I've never had a decent PC until now, like a decent gaming PC. Like, I used to play like Quake Live and old Counter-Strike and like even like the older Flash games and stuff. So like, I am used to PC gaming like as a whole, but I never had like an actual PC that could run like either modern games or even sort of, yeah, like basically just any modern game. So like, I'd never be able to play like something like Overwatch. Like my older PCs could run something like this, like Dishwasher, you know, the most graphically demanding, but they could definitely never run like, you know, like something like Overwatch or, you know, any AAA game basically. Because I'm gonna buy and stream. I want to stream. I wish I could stream. I'm gonna buy and play Vanquish, and this PC should run it just fine. And I could never done that in the past. But no, the point I was gonna make is a lot of people are super like just elitist with PC. Like Tekken 7's coming out obviously on everything. It's coming out on Xbox One, PS4, PC. And there's a lot of people like, well, obviously PC is going to be the definitive edition, but most people are going to be on PS4 console plebs. I'm just like, what? Like, come on. Like, that's just so unnecessary. PS4 is going to have the most people because it's the most popular console right now, whether or not it deserves it. But the fact of the matter, it is going to have the highest player base. And let's not forget, Tekken started on PlayStation. And the PlayStation version is going to get all the exclusive content, like the music mode that has all the music from all the previous Tekkens. Right, as well as other, you know, extra content. And I personally, I want to get the PS4 version because the PS4, I mean, I have the PS4 Pro, and that records in 1080p up to an hour. Like, not 60 FPS, obviously, still 30 FPS, but 1080p up to an hour. Obviously, on PC, I could get the 1080p 60 FPS recordings, right? And I would love to have the PC version of Tekken 7, but honestly, I was going to get the Xbox One version, but the second they announced that what's his name? And he's gonna drop there. The second they announced that the what's his name? The PS4 version would have the like effectively like the Tekken music library. I'm like, that's awesome. You can actually select Tekken music from the entire series and put it in any part of like the game. So menus, stages, you can even put it for the final round of a stage. I'm like, that's freaking awesome, right? So honestly, whereas I honestly wanted, like, okay, got the comms key, just to be on topic for a second. As much as I honestly wanted to have another fighting game for Xbox One, another reason to play my Xbox One, because it is still my favorite console this gen, right, considering. Yes, I know PS4 has all the games, and PS4 is easier to use and all that stuff, but I still prefer the interface, I still prefer the, what's his name? I still prefer the interface, I still prefer Xbox Live, I still prefer the experience of playing Xbox One. So I wanted to get Tekken 7 for Xbox One, but it just doesn't make sense. Like, on there, I only get 5-minute recordings, 720p. I bought a PS4 Pro, I get 1080p recordings up to an hour. For fighting games, that works wonders. That's why whenever you see my occasional PS4 Guilty Gear, and you see my Street Fighter 5, that's why I'm able to record these really nice-looking videos, because it's, you know, 1080p up to an hour recordings. And that's going to be amazing for Tekken 7, you know? So rather than, you know, get it on Xbox One, and yes, probably have maybe better netcode than PS4, who knows, or just, you know, have the feeling of using the Xbox One controller, which I prefer a lot to the standard PS4 controller. I may have gotten the Razer Raiju. You should check it out. It's called the Razer Raiju. Like, it's spelled R-A-I-J-U-E. I do prefer the Razer Raiju in terms of for fighting games and stuff. But the Xbox One controller is still better, like, overall. Like, in my opinion, like, in my personal opinion, I prefer the Xbox One just for playing games and fighting games as well. However, the Razer Raiju has worked wonders for my... What is this? I completely forgot this is a thing that happened, and it's happening in such a small space. I might need the sword for this. Might need Slice Magic for this. Oh no, he's dead. He's dead. No, he's not. What? Sub-bosses without health. I actually forgot about this. Yeah, see what I mean by this game actually... Oh my god. See what I mean by this game actually gets kind of tough towards the end. So like... Oh, he's dead. There we go. Cut his neck, cut his waist, smash his head. Dishwasher gives no Fs. Hey, keeping a PG-13. But no. So like, I mean, bottom line is I love my Xbox One, and I wanted to get Tekken 7 for it because I just wanted to be able to, you know, play. But it's like I have my loyalty to Xbox One, but at the same time, I'm just a gamer. You know, I grew up with PlayStation. I grew up with Nintendo. So I love Xbox. 360 was one of my favorite consoles. Xbox One is still my favorite console this gen. But, you know, having a gaming PC and a PS4 Pro, I just realized just play whatever makes sense on whatever console makes sense. If this has the best version of the game, get it on there. If this has the biggest community, get it on there. If this is the easiest to record on, get it on there. If you like the controller the best, get it on there. For example, I played Titanfall 2 and Call of Duty Infinite Warfare on my Xbox. I bought Nier Automata, Horizon, and all those other exclusives on PS4, right? I play like Killer Instinct and Guilty Gear on PC because they're the best for recordings. And whereas I would do that for Tekken, just like for Street Fighter V, I'm getting that on PS4 because, you know, it's going to have the biggest community, you know, the highest active online player base. I'm going to die. You know, it's going to have the highest active online player base, right? And it's going to have amazing, you know, sort of exclusive features, probably not just the ones that have been mentioned. So, like, sure, I may not be partial to PS4, like, at all. Sure, I don't particularly care for, like, this, like, PSN, because I actually don't think PSN... I mean, PSN's good. It's much better than PS3 PSN. Get down here. But I still prefer Xbox Live. I still think Xbox Live is a more solid service. The Xbox Store is just much better to use than the PSN Store. Like, all that stuff. But I have to also concede that as long as the netcode is good, and honestly, netcode in any fighting game except SF5 is actually pretty good. Like Injustice 2's netcode right now, really solid from what I've heard. So honestly, I'm just gonna get Tekken 7 where it makes sense. Like, and that makes me sad to think that I'm not gonna, you know, that's another game that's gonna take away time from Xbox One. But honestly, I had to get rid of my own fanboyism to fight this freaking murder fly, this nightmare fuel moth from hell. Anyway, no, I had to get rid of my my own personal sort of like fanboyism bias and be like, you know what? As much as I love and appreciate Xbox One, I really can't just keep forcibly getting games on there arbitrarily, oh, because I prefer this. I mean, let me put you this way. When you have a gaming PC, maybe not like, say, super high-end, but at least sort of like to the standard to play like sort of AAA games and be able to do like 1080p 60 FPS recordings like this, like it stops being a gimmick and it starts being, oh wait a minute, this stuff actually enhances your gameplay experience. You know, it doesn't make the games better, it doesn't create good games, but what having 1080p 60 FPS does is it just makes games feel smoother. It makes games feel easier to be in. Like that magic that the Call of Duty series captured on 360, that wasn't like any kind of like magic spell they cast over the gaming. All they really did was they brought 60 FPS to the forefront. You know, so many shooters, right? So many action games, right? Other than like fighting games and like, you know, that kind of thing on console just tend to be 30 FPS. So what the Call of Duty series did was it had 60 FPS Twitch gameplay on console. But this is something PC's experienced for a while. You have to remove your fanboyism element from it. You have to remove your feeling of entitlement from it and realize that maybe sometimes, not all the time, but trust me, I do agree that the elitism needs to stop. But sometimes when people talk about PC gaming being better, they're not saying it because it's the best and easiest experience, because it is not. It's actually quite annoying. And even with a good rig, you don't know if everything will run, and he is dead. Get out of here, you creepy nightmare fuel thing. But, you know, even with a good rig, you can't run absolutely everything. However, on PC, things are just better. You know? But even with a PC, you still have your preferences. Just because I have a PC doesn't mean I'm going to get Titanfall 2 on there, even though I probably should. Or even Call of Duty, because at the end of the day, it's still about communities. And as far as I can tell, the COD community on Xbox is still really big, even though PS4 is the main console now. And on PC, not as great. And Titanfall 2, I think, is about as big on Xbox as it is on PC and PS4. I'd say it's pretty evenly spread. You know, maybe. But, you know, so with that in mind, I love Xbox One, and I will still, like, play it as much as I like, but the fact is that I genuinely want to go where the games are. I want to go where the content is that's easy for me as a content creator, right? Maybe not necessarily a huge one, but just, you know, one that's getting somewhere. This is a long staircase. That's never a good sign. Ah, the general is dead. Yuki has been here. Anyway, alright, so that's that level, the Grim Tower. Anyway, let's continue. Enough of that nonsense. I mean, the bottom line of my PC talk isn't really anything. I'm just saying I hate elitism, but at the same time, it really is just play what makes you feel comfortable, on whatever platform or console makes you feel comfortable. Anyway, Diaboli's corpse looks like it's been hit by a truck with knives welded to it. Maybe some sort of mulching mechanism. Right. Psychotic stepsister indeed. Yeah, obviously Yuki killed him in her story. That's why he's all mangled. But I mean, all I was saying with the PC stuff was that it's not PC gaming is the best. Get a good PC. Listen, as someone who got a gaming PC, it was expensive, and being able to like actually understand like configurations and understanding what's wrong where and what's needed. Like with a PC, you'll run into issues you didn't even think about. You didn't even think existed. Let's get some health. You know, stuff like components and drivers and all this stuff. That's not off-putting, but like as long as you can figure it out, you can actually have a decent time. But what's nice about a gaming PC like this is it just works for the most part. Like there's not too much to know in terms of technical stuff, and everything really works without like too much messing around. Like Dishwasher, I didn't have to do too many settings, which is fine because it's not that high spec of a game. Something like Overwatch took a bit more kind of like configuring. Guilty Gear somewhat, but you know. It really is just a matter of just playing what makes you feel comfortable. And honestly, every time I go back on Xbox, I'm reminded when, back when I only had an Xbox One, why Xbox One, just owning an Xbox One just felt right. Like, I didn't feel the need to get a PS4. I didn't feel the need to get a gaming PC yet. Truthfully, I actually wanted an Xbox One and a gaming PC. I didn't actually want a PS4. But with the way this console gen went, it just reached the point where over and over, the only, a lot of the big exclusive games in 2017 all going to PS4. I mean, SFI was bad enough, but SFI was obviously on PC, but I didn't have enough for a gaming PC, but then it just reached a point where I'm like, you know what, there are too many good games only going to be on PS4. Horizon was already something I was interested in, but it just made me look at this way. It's like, until I can afford to get a gaming PC, getting a PS4 will just make sense, because you know what, all the games are on here, all the people are on here. And I have to stow my pride of Xbox One to get it. But that said, that doesn't mean I regret my Xbox One purchase. That was like one of the best things that ever happened to me. Aha, Spirit Dish Magic. Now we can heal. This is the heal spell. It uses the Life Force enemies to heal you. It's really cool, and some of y'all may recognize this. So let's just get hurt a bit so it actually makes it worth it. Ow. Ow. Okay, cool. So check this out. Look familiar? I mean, to be fair, it's a cross. It's been used in so many different types of video games. It's not like particularly Castlevania. And to be fair, Castlevania cross spells are more about attacking than healing, as which is funny considering. Die, zombies, robot zombie ninjas, and zombies. Like, I normally don't care about zombies in games, mainly because like I don't like the whole they're slow and plodding type thing. Like Left 4 Dead is the only zombie game I really cared about. Wow, the frames are truly her. Oh my god, Samurai Boy. Samurai, like, launcher boy's back. Wow, that actually did a ton. Let's fire another one. I'm gonna save the last one for healing in case I need it. I normally don't like using the scissors against big enemy groups like this, so I'll switch to sword. The wolf. Oh, there you go. I'm like, okay, I got a new bit of magic left, so let me shoot it again. Like, my philosophy is always keep at least one magic. Oh, he's dead. Okay, the screen is shaking so much you can't see anything. I'm so sorry, but like... Oh, well, thank you for the triple execute. I mean, I didn't know I wanted it till I got it, but I'm happy I got it. Double is in a drop. What a fun way to end that segment. And I got another skull. Nice. Couldn't have ended more perfectly. Even more perfect. I hope some of y'all get that reference. But, I mean, truthfully, despite, like, exclusives and stuff and what's better where, I mean, once again, play wherever you want. And playing on Xbox One, as I said, reminded me why I love the console so much. And honestly, were it not for my prima donna feelings of wanting to own literally everything and the games I actually care about being on those platforms, then yeah, just literally just buy and play what you want, where you want it, That said, it's reaching the point where PC is just leaving, just consoles in the dust. Not because, oh, it's so much better, but because, like, even a game like Prey, like, I saw Prey on Xbox One. Like, I played the demo, and Prey is 30 FPS and kind of jank, but on PC it's so smooth, 60 FPS. It's just like, yeah, you know what? In the back of the day, I wouldn't have cared, but it's a whole different game now. Let's see. Anyway, the robot bead increases hack power gauge robots. Not sure if I quite need that, so let's keep it moving. Do I have the key card? No, I don't. Gotta get back. Gotta come back. Yeah, so yeah, that's PC gaming. The glorious PC master race. I always make that joke. Like, it is. I mean, obviously, it's a way for some people to be like sort of dicks to others, but like even among PC gamers, it is a bit of a joke. Like every time there's like an issue, I always make the joke like, "Oh, the glorious PC master race." It's a joke to some degree, to be fair. Can you get some shotgun action in there? Oh, I didn't get the third guy, but I did get the execute. That's good. Such a distracting game. See, I just wish there was more indie games like this, like indie games that genuinely appealed to me. And honestly, like, this game is cool because it's such an eclectic mix of like different types of games. And I feel like there hasn't really been anything like it since. There hasn't been like it like in a while. Like for me, I'm not. I mean, I guess my sort of key generation wasn't like the sort of retro graphics generation. Like I'm a '90s kid, so for me, it's like not even PS1. Basically, PS2 Game Boy Advance generation is the generation that stuck with me the most. Like I like PS1, but honestly, PS2 generation, like GameCube, original Xbox, like that was kind of like the core of like my personal, like sort of gaming. Like the biggest games came from that gen for me. Like Devil May Cry 3, Kingdom Hearts 2. Mega Man 02 and Game Boy Advance, like games like that, those are the games that really made up my sort of like growing up. See, Skull Bead. Dead guys give you magic skull pickups more often. See, now that's useful. Though what to replace, I don't know. Flower Bead lets you slowly regenerate health, I need that. Rocket Bead. Damage from rockets, I can replace that because as long as I don't get hit, I'll be fine. So let's go open that door. Let's roll our way there. Since I didn't equip the sword and I can't do all the oops. Okay, cool. Let's keep going. Huck stick. So that said something. I couldn't quite read it. This is definitely. Oh my god, it's a hockey rink. The goalie. Hockey masked Hulk. Random hockey rink and a freaking like giant tractor thing. I remember this is one of the bosses I saw in the preview for Vampire Smile. Okay, let's get the magic. Oops. Like the thing is, I used to be very conservative. Like, oh, we'll only ever use magic spells once in a while, you know, blah blah blah. I found that was boring. Like the whole point of a magic spell beyond just like conserving health, at times, is to like for situations like these. So you actually just save it to make like stuff like bosses just more manageable. I am running circles around this guy. He doesn't know what to do. Except auto-correct his hits and hit me. Good stuff. Those things are making it harder. I will say one thing about playing this game on PC, like in sort of widescreen 1080p, is there's a lot more stuff on screen happening, so it's actually a bit more distracting. So like the camera shakes and stuff are a bit more distracting. Why is this hurting so much? I need to use health. There we go. Not the best health regen, but you know. Okay, cool. Let's get some damage on him. Call me. Oh my god! You know what? Those stupid rocket things are gonna kill. It's ironic. Did I not just take off the rocket bead? I feel like this is karmic in some way. This is karma. I'm actually gonna use. Basically, the reason I use that spell there is because I'm reaching the point where the longer this fight goes on, the higher the chance I'm actually gonna die. But like an idiot, I'm gonna die because actually no, I'm not. I have yes, which means I can yes, perfect. Saved it for just the occasion. Okay, and he gave me some health too, so that's fine. Okay, so I'm gonna get the execute on him. He's not quite dead yet. Oh, I see. It's not the rockets. I was so confused. I'm like, why am I taking so much rocket damage? Then I realized it's the rockets from this guy. Why he's shooting rockets, I don't know. Because I'm like, those stupid TVs should not be doing so much damage to me. But not realizing he's shooting like explosive pucks. Anyway, die, you stupid explosive puck. Throwing cock.
People really hate that C word, you know?
It's the perfect insult. The perfect non-swear word insult. I love it. Anyway, the goalie is dead. This game is over. For now, anyway, thanks for watching. Terrible joke, I'm sorry. Thanks for watching. It's another edition of Dishwasher Vampire Smile. I'll see you next time.